Kind of getting adjusted here and reset up. I'm your host, Michele Lau. How you doing today? I am so excited about this show. We've never done this like this before. And by the way, if we haven't met before, I'm the diamond expert for QVC US. My mom, Mama Pat, she is our moderator, also known as the Momerator. And she's, of course, been greeting you here in the waiting room before we started. But today is a special day, and I'm hoping that all goes well. I have incorporated some videos so that you can actually see in motion today what I see every single day of my life, and that is this gorgeous cut from Brilliant Rose. Let me explain what Firelight is and what Brilliant Rose is before we actually get started, and that way we have some time for people to join. And hello, Amy, you were first in today. I really appreciate that. Amy Steffen, everybody. She is our biggest cheerleader. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I just really love it, Amy. It's so sweet of you to be here for us each and every day.
Jonathan,
William,
oh, Denise.
William, I got all my people here. Denise is here, who I love. Thank you so much.
We're waiting on a couple.
And yes. So we'll stall here for just a minute while people kind of fill up the waiting room. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. So what is a lab-grown diamond? We'll get real basic about this in case you're kind of confused, or if you have any questions, please do put them in the chat. There are some people in the chat right now that know a lot about diamonds as well, and they can help you. But if you're brand new to lab-grown, you are welcome here, because there is a big difference in lab-grown diamonds in the marketplace. They're not all the same. And so I'm really proud to work for QVC. I was one of the first people to tout lab-grown diamonds on a national basis at QVC. I love them. I've taken, a lot of additional studies on it, aside from my GIA certification. I am certified in diamonds, both lab-grown and in traditional diamonds from the earth, from the Gemological Institute of America. I'm also certified in color gemstones. So like I said, I'm happy to help you. But lab-grown diamonds grow from the seed of a diamond, and they grow over time, but they grow faster than they do in Mother Nature. So at the long and the short of it, at the end of the day, they are all the same. They are chemically, physically, optically diamonds. What is different about lab-grown versus mined diamonds is the value. Lab-grown diamonds grow faster, and they're not grown over billions of years of time. There's not the rarity factor or the scarcity factor that there are in diamonds from the earth. But you know what there is? Bigger, bolder, brighter, more perfect diamonds. And to me, the difference of it being in the ground as opposed to being, kind of nurtured in a growing pod, I prefer the pod for the bigger, brighter diamonds, because you're going to pay about 60% less. So, and actually right now in the market, sometimes more. And you're going to see things that are pretty amazing. I've got at the end, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to want to stay for it, because I've got a handful of 9-carat tennis bracelets. I mean, it's a wow. And it is less than $10,000. Now, this show's not going to be for everybody, but there are some things that start at under $1,000. So it's not going to be for everybody's price point, but you're going to want to stick around, because there's some beautiful things here. And they might give you inspiration for a custom piece. They might give you just a feel-good feeling for the day, because that's what beautiful things, do for us. They give us that smile on our face every day. All right, so let's get started. I think we've got a lot of folks here. Anything else I need to address before we get going?
We've got some really good information going on here.
Excellent. Good. Thank you for sharing. And I love it when you talk amongst yourselves. It's just really nice. I thought I would start with the shot of this in the light box so that you can really get the full impression of the ring that's on my hand. I mean, that stone, do you see? We say that this is the first stone that loves you back. And I think you can see why. The shine, the sparkle, the scintillation, and it all comes down to the cut. In TV shopping in particular, you don't hear a lot about cut, especially in color gemstones, sadly, because cut is such an important part of the whole process. You want a stone that will sing like this in colors, right? But not everyone has the ability to achieve this. It's kind of like, somebody who graduates at the top of their class. So what do we do with this material when it's so fine? We sent it to a master cutter. There are very few cutters in the world today that can handle this cut. And you should know that the Brilliant Rose cut is exclusive to QVC. All right, so getting started. They're not all traditional bands like what I have on, traditional engagement bands or single solitaires. And that is not going to be seen in today's broadcast. I've shown it many times here. And the thing is you see it on my hand all the time. You can go, you understand it. You can go look at QVC.com if you are in the market for it. They come in 3 carats, 4 carats, I think a carat and 7. Something, all kinds of different sizes and price points. So you can if you want a ring just like mine, you can get it, but you got to shop, and they sell out so fast that I didn't think it warranted putting it here. But I did want to show you the opposite end of the spectrum, the playful side of Brilliant Rose, because this has never been on the air before. It has been living quietly on our website, and they have been selling like crazy. I'm talking about some of the more fashion pieces that are super affordable. This little fresh as a daisy look is so charming and so pretty, but at the heart of it is a Brilliant Rose cut diamond. This is item number J432470. They're a half carat, so you have a quarter carat in each earring. You've got a larger Brilliant Rose solitaire in the middle, and then clusters in the petals. So for the whole she loves me not kind of story, guys, if you want to, kind of see where this is going, this is not a bad idea. And for the lady who loves flowers or just wants something that's a little kicky, a little charming, they're about, they're between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 of an inch. So to me, it would be a great secondary earring or a primary earring. It's also a very playful earring for a younger girl. But if you really want to go for it, I want to show you something different. Oh, first of all, $947.98 is the price today at QVC.com. They're on 5 easy pays of $190 for Brilliant Rose. So it's the most affordable thing I could find in our inventory, and the cutest by far. It's just so sweet. And imagine how happy I was when I found for you. Oh, never mind. Let me get there in a minute. I wanted you to see this, the back side of the Brilliant Rose earring. On the back side of the Brilliant Rose earring over here, and every piece is marked like this, and I don't think I've ever got to show this on the air. I made it bigger so that you could hopefully read it. It will say Brilliant Rose. It, has the markings. It shows that it's in 14 karat gold. It's got all the things that you would want on this. This is not some cookie cutter, go to the grocery store, buy the generic yellow box kind of a thing. This is I'll hand you a glass of champagne and we'll toast to your wise purchase. And this is just a beautiful thing.
Good morning, Cass.
Hi, Cass. So good to have you here. Did you see these? Aren't they cute? Little Brilliant Rose flowers. I actually thought of you when I found these and all of your beautiful things that you do in the garden. Oh, speaking of which, darn it, I wish I had a way to show you. Our cactus is blooming down in Florida. I'm so excited. Ron sent me a picture this morning, Cass. It's so pretty.
I can't wait.
Now, a lot of you know this already, but for the newbies, I thought we would go ahead and put this in. This is the chart that was actually developed by the Gemological Institute of America for folks around the world to be able to talk intelligently about diamonds, whether they're lab-grown diamonds or diamonds from the earth. But I thought it was important to kind of show you, even if you can't read every single bit of it on this screen here today, I just wanted to show you where your new Brilliant Rose lies. Okay, so we start with included gemstones here on the clarity side of the scale, and then we go all the way up here to flawless. Okay, whoopsie. So there is a big amount of space between the eye stones and flawless. Your Brilliant Rose stones will be in, are you ready? VV plus. So way up here in the top of the scale or higher. QVC does something that's very unique and very special. They offer you a minimum as far as quality goes or better. So I will tell you that the Brilliant Rose, the folks that do this for us, the master cutters, the craftsmen, the whole team behind this project leans really heavily into the Or Plus, okay? And then on this side of the equation, you have the color scale. All right, so down here, you've got into the Z. It goes all the way from D to Z in the alphabet. So it starts at D, goes all the way to Z. Guess where yours is? Up here. That's right, it's in colorless when you shop Brilliant Rose. The top of the scale, this very top one. So it really puts it into perspective when you get a good view of it. Your friends and family are going to be blown away by this, but you are going to find such enjoyment in it every single day. I don't want to dwell on this because it's kind of dry, and really this is a sexy little line that's got all kinds of sparkle and all kinds of vitality and all kinds of beauty, but I think it's important that we have a baseline. If you agree with me, send me a few thumbs up or hearts so I know I'm on the right track with this today. This is the first time we've dedicated a whole show to Brilliant Rose, and I'm very, very excited about it for you. Thank you. You are about to kind of evolve. You're about to get really the finest product that we offer at QVC as far as clarity goes, as far as colorless quality goes, as far as the cut goes. We're talking about master cutters, very few of them, 80 facets. I'll talk more about the faceting as we get through this here. Okay.
This is a good time for a question from Denise.
Yes, absolutely.
Because lab created and natural mine diamonds are exactly the same, is the skill set the same for cutting them? Or are there people who specialize in cutting particular types of diamonds?
That's a really good question, actually. Yeah, something like this is not cut by an average cutter. Something like this is done, and actually these were hand-picked cutters. They work on the job from the beginning to the end. It's not passed along the process. And no, not everybody can achieve these types of things. There is 80 facets in a Brilliant Rose Solitaire, and the additional faceting, sometimes more is just more. Like I hear this a lot of times in CZs. They'll say, oh, there's 180 facets or something. Sometimes facets just placed anywhere on a stone don't necessarily enhance the beauty of a stone. They're just more. Sometimes more is just more. So the trick is to get somebody who mathematically understands the stones, who understands how to place the stones to get the most from them. And these new and really vivacious cuts are few and far between. One of the things you want to look for when you're evaluating if a specialty cut is worth the money or not, whether you buy Brilliant Rose or another specialty cut when you're on a cruise or wherever you might run into it, is you want to look at the diamond face up and also tilt it and look all around the edges. When you're looking at it face up, do you see any leaks of light? Do you see any dark spots, or what they call in the world of colored gemstones mostly, what they call windows? You don't hear it used as much in diamonds, but that's not good. You don't want to be able to see dark spots, leaks of light. Does the stone look lopsided, or does it look like it's off kilter? These are perfection. They put additional facets on the pavilion of the diamond. The pavilion of the diamond is where it comes, the long facets, kite-like facets, where they come to a point. They also did additional faceting around the girdle of the gemstone, which nobody hardly ever does. It will also say Brilliant Rose on the girdle of your gem. Oh, anyway, back to this ring, okay? Because this is pretty cool. Your finger goes up in the middle here, so you've got space in between a rose and a daisy. This is such a perfect mother and child ring, and it's so bodacious and fun. It fills your finger. This is about 1/2 of an inch this way. It looks like it's floating on your hand. It is so beautiful. If you have any inkling for this at all, you're going to want the item number so you can go look at it closer on the website. Mom's already got it in the chat, which I appreciate. I forgot to put, or pardon me, I didn't forget. I typed a 1 instead of the J. Did you see that?
I got it.
Thank you.
I laughed. And I said,
I knew you'd fix it.
Thank you for that error. I feel better.
I make mistakes all the time. But that's J430766. This ring, which is a perfect carat in Brilliant Rose, is $1,546. I think it is spectacular. It's on 5 easy pays of $309 today. These Brilliant Rose pieces sell out so fast and so quietly on the web. It's not a bad idea. Here's a pro tip to, check them out from time to time. All you have to do is type in Brilliant Rose by Firelight or Brilliant Rose or, Brilliant Rose Firelight, and our full selection will show up. But there are fewer than 100 pieces because they are just so incredible and special. But these go back to the little earrings that we saw in the beginning, and I think it's funky and I think it's fun. And I think especially for right now where everything is blooming, it's just a really great ring. I would wear it every single day. And again, as a mother and child, maybe the child, of course, being the little posy and the mom being the beautiful rose. The rose is, America's flower. And I find it to be just so special to see it in jewelry right now, given the current state of affairs. Enough said about that. Here's how it fits. It kind of comes in a little bit like this. Isn't that cool? So your fingers have room when you've got it on.
Oh, I'm so glad you showed that. That's a double whammy.
It's a double. There's space in between these, so you see skin in between. It's really neat.
Oh, my.
You need it in the size you need it in, though, so just, be aware of that. You could have it sized, but it wouldn't be the same. I think you want to leave it just the way it is. Again, I want to remind you
my
what the
heart.
stone looks like when it's in motion. These, unfortunately, I only have the videos
Oh.
on my ring. This is my ring, and you can have this too. It's not in today's show. You'll have to go to QVC.com. You'll be able to spot it instantly with its style, and I think all of its beautiful grace. And I love the color, but this is the same color play, the same sparkle, the same cut that you're going to get in all of your Brilliant Rose pieces. It's pretty special. All right, speaking of special, I like to put in a fantasy piece in every show, something that you can really dream about, or if you're looking for an outstanding engagement ring, why not come home to Brilliant Rose? I like this shot too because you can see on the back of it that it says Brilliant Rose and that it's got, a really nice finish to the overall piece. But what you see here is over 2 carats of Brilliant Rose in 14 karat gold. It gets really limited really fast in the sizing. So if you do have, a love for it, I would recommend, again, checking it out quicker than later. It is J431942. And this is at QVC in case you're joining us late, QVC.com. I use these pieces as examples, but this is a curated collection that is exclusive to QVC. This is like a little trunk show today. You can't buy it anywhere else but here.
Stunning.
Oh my God, wait till you see. It's $4,270. So it is the most expensive item I have in this half hour, but it is so worthy. And if you're going to wear something every single day, it better, for the rest of your life, it better be something that you really love, right? And it's on 5 easy pays of $854. Easy pay, that's a QVC term. Easy pay means that you can use any credit card that you choose, and then they split it up into equal installment payments. So your first payment, they'll also include shipping and handling and tax. And then after that, you can wear it for 30 days to see if you decide it's the one. I mean, hopefully it took you more than 30 days to figure that out. But if you decide... If you decide that this ring is the one, then you keep it and they continue to bill you for the next 4 months till it's paid off. But it's kind of nice. There's no interest charged or anything like that. And I just think it's a great way to go. I'll let you know a little secret too. Most of the hosts at QVC will use Easy Pay or they use their Q card to pay for their diamonds, and they're all dripping in them, especially in Brilliant Rose. They love them. Avisha the other day was going on and on about her Brilliant Rose earrings, and I love her. She just gets so excited when she talks about Brilliant Rose. Look at the beautiful structure here, the air around it. I love the detail, the way it sits up. It could have just been a simple 4-prong setting, but it's not. It comes down the shoulder in more luxury. You can see the detail around the edges. It's just magnificent.
Donna Nardi is brand new.
Hey, Donna. Welcome to the family. It's nice to have you here.
All of the Firelight, but don't they do emerald cuts?
Oh, do we? In fact, Donna, if you are available on Monday next week, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I kind of got inspired by this whole luxury thing. I mean, this is our top of the line, right? So I started to look at things that were just coming into inventory that I thought might be worthy outside of Brilliant Rose. We have some incredible emerald cut pieces. I've got an 8.5 carat for you next week, Monday. Yeah, I didn't even tell you about this. We're going to do the whole hour. Now, again, it's going to be pricey. So, you're looking, of course, I don't expect you to come in and buy everything. I just want you to come by and take a look at stuff. We're going to look at things that, are going to start. I think it was around 6 carats what I picked Start at like 6 carats.
I can't wait.
And emerald cut is good. Emerald shape and emerald cut are going to be a huge part of it. So thank you for asking. No, I didn't set her up.
No, she didn't.
She just came in. What does Amy have to say?
Amy Steffen says, good grief, you're going to spend all my money for
Oh,
me.
well, I fully don't anticipate people would buy everything in the show, right? It's not like it's all $29 or something, but it is fun to look, and then you have time to think about it, right?
And this is not a paid thing. We do this out of love.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And
And
not
our
that a lot of you care, but some people, I've had people say, oh, they must get a commission. They must be
pushing.
affiliates. We're not. No, we're not. QVC has me come in as a consultant and as an advocate for you. So they pay me to do what I do on the air. But this is all because we love you and I want you to stay with us forever. I mean, honestly, anytime you have a question, I'm hoping we all grow old together or go older, I guess. for those of you that are younger and watching, I'll help you anytime in your engagement ring. If you're going to be the mother of the bride, drop me a note. I'm happy to help. Any stage of your life, I'll help you, and I promise you.
With
There's no
information.
pressure here. Yeah, no, it's information.
With information.
It doesn't matter to me what you buy. Honestly, I want you to get the
Just
right
be
thing for you.
happy.
Yeah, be happy. Be happy. Oh,
Isn't there a
we just
song
had
like that?
we had a family member pass away this last month, and that was her thing. She would always say, "Be happy," and hopefully Kim's watching today. It was my sister-in-law's aunt, and
She's
a
a
really special
good friend,
woman.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, just a really, really special woman. And when Annie, our little niece, was very, very young, she was like 6, I think. Maybe even a little bit younger. It was one of the first things, like we would say, "What does Aunt Marlene say?" And she'd say, "Be happy." It was so cute. Loved it. I know I'm sappy, but whatever. I'm in that mood
That's
today.
all right. You're my sappy. That's okay.
Here's the shoulder of that gorgeous ring. And I'm going to keep moving because I know it's not for everyone, but you got to admit that was fun to see. All right, so next up.
That's
This
new.
is pretty nice. This is brand new.
That's new. I've not seen
Yes, it is from Brilliant Rose, and this is not a design element that's new. And what I think you're going to really love about this is if you've been eyeing this up in other brands, we made a little twist on it for you. First of all, it's Brilliant Rose, custom cut by a master craftsman, releasing all this beautiful light and love to the world. It is, I mean, a masterpiece in lapidary cutting, in my opinion. And nobody else is going to have exactly the same thing that you are. But what's different about it is, first of all, you're going to pay so much less. When you pop that tag, when you flip that tag over at the jewelry store and you took a look at these looped pieces, I want to play a little game. What would you expect to pay if you went into your local jewelry store for 1.5 carats? It is in lab-grown diamond. We'll see if we're close. It's in 14-karat white gold, and it's a very significant piece. It's all in the solitaire at 1.5 carats. And before you make that guess, I want you to see the back as well, because did I get the back right? Yes, I want you to see the back because look how solid this is.
That's sassy.
This guy's not going anywhere.
No,
She's
that's
going to stay
sassy.
right in the front. Sassy is right.
Sassy.
Yes, and it's marked Brilliant Rose. It comes with the chain. The chain's beautiful. Not yet. The chain's beautiful. And that little loop around the top, I don't know, it reminds me of a knitter's stitch or a crocheter's stitch. It reminds me
a
of a
hug.
sailor's knot or a great big hug. Yeah, it is. It's hugging the
Holding that
diamond, isn't
diamond.
it? So special.
Yeah.
Anybody want to
Cass-
venture a guess?
Amy said 2,100. Cass said, "Lord help us, these pieces are so beautiful."
Yes, Amy's a little under, actually. So remember, it's 1.5 carats. It's in 14-karat gold. I'm going to remind you of the heft of this piece, too. Hang on. There it is. Look at the back. All right,
Now
the price is $29.34. She wasn't that far off.
All right, that's Brilliant Rose,
Yes.
1.5 carats.
1.5. Yes. Did I say one? I'm sorry. 1.5 carats. Yes. Yes. It's $29.34.98. It's amazing.
They were close for a 1 carat.
Well, that's true.
For 1.5.
That's very
There you
true.
go.
Yes, it is. It's so simple. You know, I love the simplicity of the setting. I love the idea, this whole being lassoed into love, being held close, being embraced. It's all here in this beautiful, simplistic design, which is so elegant, but it's the most modern piece that I have selected for you here today. I liked how it was very sleek, very sophisticated. If you want something special in a necklace, this is a more special solitaire than just something in a simple 4-prong setting. I've got those too, and they're classic and they're beautiful. But this is smoother, so when you wear it, it's not going to catch on your fine, silk tops or your chiffon or sequins or anything you happen to be wearing. I wear more sequins than the average person just because of the job that I'm in. But during the day, no way. But I do love those really lightweight, really airy, like caftans and things from Lawrence Zarian, or, I like that. And so I don't want to have to worry about my necklace getting caught and tangled.
Denise guessed 6,000 and somewhat.
Actually,
and
Denise is closer to what
Yeah.
it would be if it were natural, and she's almost right on the money for that.
Amy Steffen said 3,500.
Well, I think it's a really good time for me to remind you too that these are colorless diamonds, And we're talking about VS plus clarity. That's a whole different thing too than natural diamonds from the earth. When you go up 5 steps in clarity from even the Affinity brand at QVC, every time you go up a grade in clarity, you should hear cha-ching, cha-ching in your head when you're out shopping. Because every time you go up 1, it's going to get more and more and more expensive. We're going up 5 grades. So yeah, she was actually right on for what it would be if this was a diamond from the earth.
You know, when you start going back, when you get to your ring,
I'm not presenting my ring, but it is available today.
that shows the light.
I'll show you. Hang on. Check it out. Where is it? There.
You can't see the light until you see it in
Moving
person.
and in person.
Yeah. We have to try to do one of those round.
You want to try a turntable?
Yeah.
Wow, aren't you getting fancy? Sure, we can try.
Well, wait till they see Brilliant Rose on a turntable.
Oh,
It's
well,
like,
I
oh
just
my
might
God.
do that.
All right.
What time is it? Because I've got one more thing, and I don't want to short time it.
Oh,
How am I
4
doing?
minutes.
Excellent. Okay, here's what I wanted you to see. Now, this is for those OGs that stayed to the end, because you know I always do something spectacular at the end, the fireworks at the end of our time together, and I do appreciate you guys for doing that. Sometimes it's a very inexpensive item, a clearance item, something that I just think is cute. Today it is, look, it's 9 carats in Brilliant Rose. 9 full carats. It's item number J435878. The 9 carat tennis bracelet is under $10,000. Now, I want you to wrap your head around that, because if you were to strip away all the white gold, and trust me, there is a ton of white gold in this piece. It's gorgeous and very limited in sizing. So again, go check it out at the .com, at QVC.com if you have an interest. If they don't have the size you want, get on the wait list and I'll cross my fingers for you. The wait list has been very hard to fill, I'll be honest with you, in Brilliant Rose once things sell out, because again, remember, there's only a couple of guys in the world that can cut this. So it's, but it's worth the wait.
Now
So this is the cover girl, yes.
I just typed tennis bracelet, but that's
It is. It's a line bracelet, which is the same.
Line.
This is the same as a tennis bracelet. Although, man, if you're playing tennis in a 9 carat diamond bracelet, I want to hang out with you and drink champagne all day. I mean, come on.
on you.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's something special. If you were to take the gold out of the equation and just look at the price per carat here, again, you're looking at a little over $1,000 a carat. And if you are a savvy diamond shopper, and I assume you are, if you're purchasing in this kind of realm, you know that this is a really great price. Fantastic. First of all, finding this in a retail environment, very difficult to do. Finding it in Brilliant Rose, impossible, because the only place to buy it is here at QVC. So you can see why this is so super special, I think. Right? You agree with me? I'd love to see a couple of these, just so I know.
Cass loves a ton of gold.
Well, Cass also has a thing for bracelets. I know this about my girlfriend. So maybe I ought to just move past it, Cass, take a deep breath. Right?
Yeah, a lot
Clear
of
your
people
head.
are loving this.
Oh, I know. And I wish you the best in getting one. You know, if you do, it's a real treat and a real prize. And anyway, it's a really good thing.
I wouldn't know what to do with a ton of gold. William says I wouldn't leave my house.
Yes, you'd have to be, yes. That is true. You want to be careful with this. So I want you to know the clasp is also very tight, nice and tight. It's got 2 safety catches on it. This is manufactured by a company that, out of all of the manufacturers that I have met personally, I probably have the strongest emotional connection to these people, because they're not just around to sell you jewelry. They really want you to have that piece that you dream of and that you want. And yeah, I trusted them with my piece, with my ring that I wear, and I definitely guarantee that you're going to fall in love with it.
Well, that's a good time to mention, you probably have. I was busy, but this is the one that includes.
Yeah, so much. You get so much, so much.
Yep.
And every single diamond has been inspected by the Gemological Institute of America for you.
Yes.
So I want to go backwards because we are almost out of time. This is so special. You can see again the size of it. So nice. We are here every Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday because of you. And I hope you can join us again. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to what we're doing here today. As we mentioned, we're not affiliates. We don't get a commission, but we do love it here. And we want to continue to do what we do. So if you could subscribe, we made it past the 250 mark. Whee!
Oh my.
Which was, congratulations. Pop. I feel like we need to pop the champagne or confetti from the, we are free.
And fun.
Yeah. And anything you need from me, please do drop me a note. It's hello@youaresolidgold.com.
And there's Michelle's Bells.
There is Michelle's Bells, which Amy Steffen runs, which is a fun fan page. Everybody's welcome. Go check it out on Facebook. Again, it's called Michelle's Bells, and say hello to Amy Steffen when you're there. Yes, we will be here on Monday, and Monday is a day you're not going to want to miss. We're going to be in the Sunshine Studios. We're heading tomorrow morning off to Florida. Looking forward to spending time down there. So we'll be, again, live streaming out by the pool, which should be really fun. And we are going to be looking at some beautiful things on Monday. We're going to start at about 6 carats, and we're going to go up from there. This show and the next show are kind of dream a little dream with me shows, right? And you might find something that, you love and want to save your cash for, like, of course, the 9-carat tennis bracelet. So I like to go backwards in case you joined late. The line bracelet was J435878. It is 9 carats in white gold for just under $10,000. It's a big chunk of change, but if you can, you should. Again, want to remind you of the beauty of the Brilliant Rose piece, the beautiful sparkle and shine. I'm enamored with it, and I think you will be too. Every time you look down at it, you're going to feel loved and cherished, and there's no problem with buying a little expression of self-love either. And this was nice. This is J437663. It is a carat and a half, and it's $29.34. Which I think is incredible. 5 easy pays of $587, all in a solid back, all in a beautiful solitaire here for you today. Gorgeous piece of jewelry.
That's so
sleek,
original.
right?
Yeah.
Now, moving backwards, look at the beautiful setting on this. If you missed this, I think you missed a high point. Look at that ring. Woo! That is over 2 carats. 2.05. It is J431942. It is only $4,269 today. Prices change all the time, so you're getting discounts today, which is great. 5 easy pays of $854. It is Brilliant Rose at its best. And again, you are going to love it. To remind you, this is what the stones do in the light. Every one cut by a master craftsman. Every one just a symphony of life and love and beauty. Oh man, I love my ring so much. I don't know, I can't imagine wearing anything else, honestly, than Brilliant Rose. It is lab grown and it is cut with you in mind, with so much love at the heart of it. This one's just fun. See how it kind of comes together? It's actually spaced apart, so these don't quite touch. This is the back of the band right here, so your finger would go right in there. You've got the daisy on one side, the rose on the other, and it's surprisingly comfortable. And the reason for that is the way it's notched out on the sides. Your fingers just nestle. It spills over onto the fingers left and right of the ring. So it's a massive piece. It's very beautiful, of course, in our high quality standard. This whole show has been looking at colorless diamonds. Colorless diamonds. It's at the top of the chart. Doesn't get any better than this. And they were graded by the GIA as colorless, and they're VS+. Very, very high quality show. The daisy is where it all began. I wanted to prove to you that we can have some fun and have a few smiles with the Brilliant Rose. It's not just the serious ring, it's also the playful ring and the playful set of earrings. These are J432470. They're only $947.98. They're on 5 easy pays of $190, and they're set in 14-karat gold. Well, I really enjoyed our time. I hope you did too.
Oh,
Again,
dear.
want to remind you what it's all about.
That's firelight.
It's all about firelight,
Rose.
glowing and sparkling and enjoying every moment that it's on your body. I know you're going to love it. Thanks again for being with us. My name is Michele Lau. I'll see you next time on QVC. Actually, next Monday, Mama Pat and I.
Yes.
Do you want to come show them your new
Honey,
glasses?
I got nothing on. I mean,
Okay, next time. I'll show you. I've got nothing on. She is dressed, yes,
makeup
but she doesn't have any makeup on. So, all right, we'll put her on camera on
right.
Monday, and you'll get to meet. Oh, you really? Okay.
One eye.
All right. This is dangerous, Mama. You know that, right? There you go. There's her glasses. All right. We'll see you soon, all right? Next Monday. We're going to have some fun. I'll talk to you later. Bye. You're